Mark Taylor has stumbled onto the newest dastardly plan by liberals to ensure that Donald Trump loses the election in 2020. Man-made hurricanes. Wait, what? Taylor, during an appearance on a right-wing broadcast, said that anti-Trump forces will now employ secret weather-based technology to create hurricanes just before the midterms in order to suppress Trump voters voting. Let's listen to this insanity.
Be praying for this election for the safety of the people, safety and security of the election itself, so that it's not stolen, number one, but number two, look for false flags. And one of the things that the Lord has been showing me is that this could be a very nasty hurricane season. We're already getting effects down here in Florida. Like I said, we just had one come through here. It was a subtropical system. It doesn't normally start this early, and that's what the Lord was showing me.
The Lord was showing me that we're going to have a longer hurricane season. So wait, this is one of the guys that says, God, by the way, God talks to me. Really? That's fascinating. Now look, if you talk to God, you're a normal Christian. If God talks back, well, you might be crazy. Just saying. But no, he's saying, God told me that we're going to have a longer hurricane season. No, you know what? Also could tell you? The weatherman. Look, we have some experience using technology to be able to look at weather patterns. And yes, we even have the technology to look at climate. And when you look at climate, you happen to notice that over the years, over the decades, there has been a little bit of a change in that climate. The planet's gotten a little warmer. The water's gotten a little bit warmer. And that, of course, helps to create stronger storms and also lengthen hurricane season with all that warm water. But, of course, you know, this guy, he's like, no. All that climate change stuff? No, not real. You know what's really happening? God told me that it was the liberal weather machine.
Control of the technology right now, which we both know there's technology out there. Irma and Harvey were both generated and steered by man. Both these hurricanes were. There could be a couple of nasty hurricanes right before the election to upset the election so people can't vote, they don't have power, so forth and so on. The Lord was telling me we need to come up with a technology prayer, so to speak, because the eye of Irma came right over my house. And if you notice, that was the first time I've seen a hurricane like this. It didn't know where to come in and land at. And there was this war going on in the heavenlies because the Christians were stepping up, even other states were stepping up and commanding this thing to turn and this, that, and the other. Well, it did come in. It wasn't where they thought it was going to be. But the point being is that, you know, we have the power to turn these things, but we need to go after the root, which is the technology behind the storm. This is all going to hinge. This hurricane season or some things that may happen with the hurricanes right before election is all going to hinge if they have control of the weather stuff.
Look, I have a theory that this guy is on, like, cocaine. He is talking so fast that you can hardly keep up with him. He's like, oh, and then we got the hurricane that flew over my house, and it was the eye of the hurricane is the one that I could hardly see. Like, I didn't even know what was going on here, and the people that were steering the hurricane, it wasn't coming in right. What? Wait, what? What the hell is going on? Like, what are you talking about, dude? They weren't steering these right, because I know how hurricanes come in normally, because I've been in so many hurricanes. And this latest one, this didn't land right. I mean, the guy who was steering it was terrible. What the fuck? What is wrong with you? So, look, again, this whole thing is really, a fun way, I guess, to try to disavow climate change, but also to try and put a weird conspiracy theory on why Trump might lose. I don't know. So, look, again, apparently, according to him, deep state, the Illuminati, whatever, they're controlling the weather. In fact, he talked about this in, I think it was back in December, right? He said, these things did not come from God. Why? Well, how do you know? Well, because God told me. God told me Man, I didn't create those storms. It must have been the evil liberal weather machine. He said, people want to know where this is coming from. Well, I have the answer for you. It's called the Illuminati, New World Order, Deep State, whatever you want to call it, because they're all part of the same team. Wow. So again, this guy, and people like him, would rather believe in the New World Order building weather machines that control superstorms in order to enact their agenda. That's weird because, wait, if they had weather machines that could disrupt voting, why didn't they do that in 2016? I'm just saying, like, hey, 2016, we could have used a couple of storms, right? Because, I mean, Hillary needed all the help that she can get. You know what I mean? But apparently the New World Order, not very smart. Not very smart. No, you know who's not very smart? This guy. He'd rather believe all this crazy stuff than the fact that, hey, we've been putting all this carbon into the ocean, or I'm sorry, not into the ocean, but into the air. And yes, this carbon does get absorbed by the ocean and leads to ocean acidification, etc. In fact, that's where a lot of our carbon actually has ended up going into the ocean and creating dead spots. It's really, really disturbing when you read into the details about how ocean acidification and all this extra carbon that the ocean is absorbing is impacting the ocean. But look, he'd rather believe in all that crazy stuff than the fact that we have actually made, and the ironic thing here is he believes that we do change, we do control the weather. We can change the climate. Well, I mean, I guess you're sort of on the right track, except that we don't build giant weather machines, but we do build machines that do alter the climate, that do alter, and that does have an effect eventually on weather. It's just those machines are cars and factories, and all these different things that put out carbon dioxide into the air. So, look, this guy is crazy, but when you think about it, what we're doing to the planet is also incredibly crazy. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.